And welcome back to Subculture After Dark. Well, listeners, of course, you heard a little earlier on from Ryan from Black Reno about this amazing lineup of metal bands that are playing at the Bendigo Hotel on Saturday. And we thought we would actually get another band on the phone right now to chat a little bit about this amazing gig that's happening on Saturday. So we've actually got Andrew from Harlott on the phone right now. Welcome to the program, mate.
Thank you very much for having me.
No worries. Now, Ryan and I both struggled before to say the name of this festival, Melbocalypse.
I'm not the person to ask. I've been saying Melbocalypse.
Yeah,
I think I have mild dyslexia though, so that doesn't help.
We both decided that it was probably safer just to call it a great lineup and a great gig at the Bendigo Hotel. But mate, tell us a little bit about how you guys feel about being part of such an amazing lineup on Saturday.
It's a beautiful lineup of varied kind of bands. There's a fair few genres taking the stage, which is always fun. No one wants 10 hours of thrash metal or 10 hours of straight death metal. It's nice to keep things varied and exciting. I'm pretty stoked to be a part of it. Very stoked to be considered good enough to be closing the night. Won't say headlining. We call it post-lining when you're just at the end of the show. But yeah, no, it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be nice to hang out with people, and shows are always fun. It's a privilege to do what we do, so I'm pretty stoked for it.
Yeah, so I know the guys from Nothing put this together. So how did you feel when they first approached you about being part of it?
They've been kind of tickling me for, I guess, the better part of a year. We had a reasonably busy last year heading overseas. But they've been, we've been chatting back and forth about putting something together, and then, this just kind of came together at the right time. I was pretty stoked to get on board. They're a pretty tough band, so yeah, it's going to be good.
Now, we won't use the headliner word, but does it put extra pressure on you guys finishing the night off?
A little bit, but also by then everyone's going to be really drunk, so. I don't think the soberest eyes are going to be watching us, so we can definitely get away with a little bit more looseness to our performance, which is good because it's about all we can manage in our advanced years.
So you mentioned before about the mixture of genres, and I see that as a really, really good thing. What does that mean to you as well? Like being part of a lineup that does have a mixture of genres, which means you're going to have a mixture of metal fans there as well.
It's good. I try and write as accessible music as I can. Obviously, it's a very strict thrash metal bent, but if you're into one type of music and if you're into one type of heavy metal, and you always go to those gigs, this is a chance for you to maybe see something you hadn't considered before. So it's a good chance to play in front of new fans. It's a good chance to, make some new friends. It's just handy if the crowd is there for one thing and one thing only, you've got less chance of kind of experiencing something new and, getting a chance to open people's eyes and ears.
Definitely. Now, it's been a couple of years since Detritus of the Final Age. Tell us a little bit about what you guys have got planned for 2024.
We're in the later stages of recording our fifth album, which is as yet untitled, but Detritus came out, and to be honest, I don't know how to pronounce it either. So don't feel bad. You may be correct. But yeah, it came out in 2020. It was supposed to come out early 2020, but then that was an interesting year for all people. So it kind of delayed until later in the year. It hit a point where with COVID, where you just go, if I could just send it out. We're not going to be able to tour this anyway. Let's just release it and see how it goes digitally. But yeah, look, since then we've managed to get overseas. We've managed to get back in the studio. We've got another album coming together. So 2024 is going to be a release year for us. And yeah, that's mainly what we're going to be focusing on. A handful of select choice gigs, and mostly finishing off this record and mix and master and print.
So tell us a little bit about your overseas travels. Was that to record the album, or was that just to do shows?
No, we did. We had a couple of festivals lined up for 2020 that obviously didn't go ahead. And so by 2023, the world was opening back up again, so we got a chance to go and do previous commitments. So we're in the Netherlands for Pitfest, which was fantastic. The headliners were like Mayhem on the Saturday and Marduk on the Sunday. It was, fucking awesome to be involved in that. We did a couple of club shows on our own merit, which is, incredible to be on the other side of the world and be playing a gig, and people come just to see you. That's a good feeling. We did another little festival in Dortmund in Germany with Midnight and Tribulation, and just we were just going there for a couple of weeks to do some gigs and some festivals.
Awesome. So what's it been like coming back and heading into the studio? Has that been a fun time for you guys? I hate and love the process of recording an album. I love putting songs together. I love enjoying the product as it evolves and growing. But I fucking hate playing guitar. Pardon my French. I'm not sure what kind of radio show this is. No, that's fine.
But, sitting down and just like playing riff after riff after riff after riff is not my idea of a good time. And then I've got to back it up with doing vocals as well, which is just long sessions of shouting. So like it's a love-hate relationship with being in the studio. I love making music. I love creating a product and giving it to people for them to enjoy. But the process is painful at best of times and frustrating at the worst.
How do you get through that? I was talking to a singer from another band recently, and they said that very similar. They love getting out there and playing live, but they feel like they're a caged animal when they're in a studio. How do you? Different,
and you have to change the way I approach a microphone on stage is completely different to how I'd approach a microphone in the studio.
Yep.
So I've had to learn two very different singing styles to try and accommodate both. It's difficult, but this is album number 5, so I'm reasonably used to it by now.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your set list for Saturday night. Are you hoping to play some of the newer tracks in that set list from what we can expect from this album?
We do have some album 5 material that comes out on stage. We've got 5 albums to choose from now. So we try and pick a good spread. There's some people, like with anything, there's people that will tell you the best thing you did was what you did 10 years ago. And there's people that think you keep improving on yourself. So you've got to keep everyone happy. So we just try and do a nice blend of all the favourites. I think we're busting out some old songs we haven't played for a while this Saturday. So hopefully, if you're a fan of the band, you'll enjoy the set. And if you're not, there's probably something there for you.
Awesome. So I guess this is the question I've been asking all of the bands, but is there a band in particular that you're looking forward to being able to sit back and watch on Saturday?
Man, I love Vexation. Absolutely love them. Love what they do. They're a good time.
And you're on last, so you can get to sit back for most of the day and just watch everybody else come out.
The problem is we're on last, which means we can't drink.
Yep.
Because otherwise, I'm not a good performer if I've had a few. So I've got to stay reasonably tame for the whole night, and so I'll spend most of the night just being sober and anxious. So I'll do my best to enjoy the gig, but most of it's just going to be waiting until showtime.
Awesome. And now for all of our listeners out there, if you do want to grab tickets to this amazing festival at the Bendigo Hotel on Saturday, you can go to subcultureentertainment.com and we've got a link up for where you can grab those tickets. So make sure you do that. And Andrew, to finish off, what would you like to say to people who are thinking about heading along on Saturday?
Oh, it'd be great to see you. I'd love to say hi and personally shake your hand if you do come down.
Definitely. Well, again, for all those listeners out there, if you want to grab tickets to this amazing show, head to subcultureentertainment.com and we've got a link up there for those tickets. So go and grab some. And